Welcome to Lady E's Dark Tales. The open road can be a lonely place, especially on the long, empty highways that cut through the Texas night. But what happens when the familiar turns unsettling? When the road ahead refuses to stay behind you? Tonight, we follow a long-haul trucker on a routine route until the ordinary becomes impossible. Dim the lights, settle in, and join me for a chilling journey down Texas Highway 16.
Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's stream. I work as a long-haul trucker based out of San Antonio, and 3 nights ago, I experienced something on Texas Highway 16 that I still can't explain, but I need to get it off my chest. It was around 2 a.m., and I was making good time on my San Antonio to Junction route. The highway was practically deserted, just the occasional pair of headlights passing in the opposite direction. It had been a scorcher that day, hitting over 100 degrees, but the night had cooled down, leaving the road still radiating heat under my high beams. Y'all know how everything looks kind of shimmery on those Texas roads at night after a hot day? About 20 miles outside of Bandera, I noticed someone standing on the shoulder. This isn't uncommon. Sometimes cars break down, especially on these remote hill country stretches. But something felt off. The figure was just standing there, not trying to flag anyone down, not hunched over a flat tire, just standing, facing the road. I slowed down slightly as I passed. In my side mirror, I could see it was a woman in a dark coat, which was strange enough given the Texas heat, even at night. She didn't turn to watch my truck go by. She didn't move at all. 10 minutes later, I saw another figure on the shoulder, same position, same stillness. I slowed down more this time, and as my headlight swept across, I realized with a chill that it was the same woman, same dark coat, same stance. I remember thinking, that's not possible. It had to be someone else, maybe a hitchhiker. 5 minutes later, she was there again, and again 10 minutes after that. Shadow Watcher asks, did you consider it might be different people who just looked similar? Maybe some kind of prank? I definitely considered that, but they were identical. Same height, same coat, same position, and there was no way someone could be setting up a prank on that deserted highway. Plus, where would they hide? The shoulder drops off into mesquite and cedar scrub in most places. No way to get around fast in that brush. It's all limestone and cacti out there. By the 5th time I saw her, my hands were shaking on the wheel. I was doing mental calculations. There's no way she could be getting ahead of me. I was driving 65 miles per hour. There were no side roads where someone could cut across. No other vehicles had passed me going in my direction that could have picked her up. The 6th time, I decided to stop. I know every safety training tells you never to stop for strangers at night, but I had to know what was happening. I pulled over about 50 yards ahead of her and watched in my mirrors. She didn't approach my truck. She didn't move at all. With my heart pounding, I got out. The air was cool and dry and unnaturally quiet. No cicadas buzzing, no distant traffic. Nothing but the tick of my cooling engine and the occasional distant coyote howl. I called out to her, asking if she needed help. No response. I took a few steps toward her, and that's when I noticed something that made my blood run cold. She wasn't standing on the ground. Her feet were about 6 inches above the limestone gravel of the shoulder. Horror fanatic comments, Oh my God, what did you do then? I ran back to my truck so fast, my hands fumbling with the door handle. As I pulled away, I looked in my side mirror one last time. She was gone. Just vanished. I drove straight through the junction without stopping again, pushing the speed limit the whole way. I told myself it was sleep deprivation, a trick of the light, maybe some kind of waking dream. But I know what I saw. Yesterday, I was at Bubba's truck stop outside San Antonio, having coffee before my return trip. I overheard 2 other drivers talking about Highway 16. Apparently, there's been a rash of accidents there recently. Single vehicles running off the road for no apparent reason. No mechanical failures, no alcohol involved. Just drivers suddenly swerving as if to avoid something. I asked the guys if they'd seen anything strange on that stretch. They laughed it off, but then one of them got quiet. He mentioned that 20 years ago, a young woman had been abducted while walking home along that highway after her car broke down near Medina. They never found her body, never caught who did it. I'm heading back that way tonight. I've requested a different route, but dispatch says there's no one else to take the Highway 16 run. I've got my dash cam set up now. If I see her again, at least I'll have proof. But what scares me most isn't seeing her again. It's the thought that keeps repeating in my mind. What if, next time, she's not standing on the shoulder? What if she's standing in the middle of the road? I'll update you all if anything happens on tonight's run. If any of you truckers out there have driven Texas Highway 16 recently, especially that stretch between Bandera and Medina, drop your experiences in the comments. Stay safe on the roads, and remember, not everything you see in the Texas night has an explanation. Thanks for listening, y'all.
And so, my beloved audience, we have reached the end of this harrowing midnight drive. A lonely highway, a phantom figure, and a question that lingers long after the road is behind you. Was it a trick of exhaustion, or is something still searching for a way home? If you were behind the wheel, would you have stopped or hit the gas? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy Tales of the Unexplained, be sure to like and subscribe for more eerie encounters. Safe travels, my darlings. And if you ever find yourself driving Highway 16 late at night, be careful where your eyes linger, because some travelers aren't looking for a ride, they're looking for a way back.